And good Wednesday, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We begin tonight as an Anchorage judge sentences a former Anchorage airport employee in a case with over half a dozen victims.
Now, this happened just after he changed his plea in that same hearing. Our Joe Allgood was there and joins us with what he heard.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Dustin Madden was sentenced to 180 days of incarceration today for 3 counts of second-degree stalking. The case included 8 women whom Madden worked with at Ted Stevens International Airport. And in today's hearing, Madden's victims described finding GPS tracking devices on their cars, the tracking of home addresses and movements, and a calling card where he would leave a dog collar and baseball cap attached to their vehicles. While the defense made the case that Madden was remorseful, the state said his behavior indicated a long-time pattern and questioned Madden's ability to be rehabilitated. Superior Court Judge Josie Garton drew attention to the disturbing nature of the stalking claims.
First is the seriousness of the offense in relation to other offenses. The conduct underlying each of these offenses is deeply, deeply disturbing.
The court ordered Madden to remand himself by August 20th. We'll have more details from the victims' statements tonight on The Late Edition.
Well, now to a court case after a man from North Pole died from fentanyl in 2022.
In an Anchorage courtroom today, a sentencing judge agreed that selling counterfeit fentanyl actually amounts to a fatal poisoning. Outside the courthouse, loved ones gathered to honor Adam Sakinen's memory and amid the sentencing. During Samantha Pearson's 21-year sentencing hearing today, Judge Joshua Peterson highlighted a striking fact. Pearson was fully aware a prior customer had to be revived by Narcan just 1 day before selling that same deadly batch to Adam.
Now, the family advocated for their son, noting that he struggled with heroin usage, but didn't know he was buying lethal fentanyl. Toxicology reports confirmed he had more than double the lethal amount of fentanyl in his blood. Federal prosecutors welcomed the decision.
I was very glad today to hear the judge call this a poisoning, because that's actually what it was. The victim in this case thought that he was getting heroin, and what she actually put in his hand was fentanyl.
You know, just because a person does drugs doesn't mean they're a drug addict. For people to say, well, he did it or he bought it and now he deserves it, you know, it's murder.
The sweeping drug enterprise was allegedly directed by an inmate communicating with co-conspirators in Alaska from a state prison cell in California. Pearson's conspirator, Edward Guinness, was sentenced to 22 years in prison last month. And shifting off to our weather, the most recent storm system is, thank you very much, finally clearing. The question is, what's next?
Chief Meteorologist Mr. Fry joins us now with the forecast.
Yeah, when I told the news team this afternoon that storm was just about done, there was applause that erupted here in the newsroom. We're done with this one. It's going to take a little while for it to clear out, though. Nothing to come in and completely clear out this cloud cover. But by August standards, this week and next week's looking pretty nice. 63 in Anchorage, 65 in Palmer. We will gradually see more sunshine peeking through in South Central. Fairbanks, that's where the heat is, 76 right now. Juneau, nice and quiet at 61. We are still tracking flooding along the Yentna River, especially at Lake Creek. That's where water levels already had pushed into the moderate flooding stage yesterday, and actually today approaching record levels. Please stay safe there in Lake Creek tonight. Otherwise, this area of low pressure has been with us the past couple of days, just squeezing out what moisture it has left. So a few light isolated showers in South Central, holding on to wet conditions for the West Coast, but gradually seeing improving conditions. It's back to 64 in Anchorage tomorrow, 75 in Fairbanks, Juneau, partly sunny at 67. Bethel, you'll hold on to those scattered showers tomorrow with high temperatures holding in the mid-50s. And we'll have a closer look at the end of the week, which of course includes the weekend, here in just a few minutes.
Good deal. Looking forward to it. See you in a bit. Liz, thanks. Statewide early voting has started, but voters aren't just deciding on candidates.
Now on the ballot, a proposition to limit campaign contributions. We have our political reporter at the big board to explain what it does.
Yeah, well, Rebecca, Dave, as it stands, there are no campaign contributions in the state for state elections right now, and that means people and groups can donate as much as they want into these state elections. This measure right here looks to change that. This is what voters are going to be asked. Should this initiative become law? But what does this initiative do? Well, we're going to divide it into 2 different sections, individuals and groups. If this becomes law, individuals are going to be restricted to $2,000 donations to a candidate, $5,000 donations to a political party, and then $4,000 to a governor campaign. But let's go over to groups. It's a little bit different. For groups, they're restricted to $4,000 for a candidate. Then it is $5,000 to a party or group, and then $8,000 to a governor campaign. Now, the clock is ticking for Alaska to decide. Less than 2 weeks left to go. But let's shift gears a little bit and take a look at one of those races, the governor's race. We interviewed 13 of the 17 candidates over the last 2 months, and continuing our On the Record series, we asked the candidates for their thoughts on resource development. Tell me a little bit about your plan when it comes to energy and resource development here in Alaska.
The world will continue to depend on oil and gas. We should be the supplier of that. So I want to go back to some of the provisions that I put in that helped us get more wildcatting.
I think the state needs to make a generational capital investment in renewable energy infrastructure across Alaska. Hydro, wind, solar, battery storage, which complements, of course, renewable sources of energy.
I mean, I'll say this kind of very broadly, and that's this. It's time in this state for us to recognize that the people who work within the resource development field and arena are our business partners. They are not the enemy.
We are very encouraging in our port. Every year we've added 2 more employees to the port. We're bringing in all of the salt, all of the cement for so many areas. We have now barges landing there.
And that's just part of, again, our 30-minute conversations with 13 different candidates. We have those full conversations on our website and free streaming apps. Rebecca, Dave?
Thank you so much, Will.
Okay, looking forward to this. The Rumble of Arctic Thunder open house kicks off on Saturday at J-Bear as the base prepares to welcome thousands this weekend.
Georgina Fernandez gives us a look at what we can expect in this week's Northern Front.
It's a sound that fills you. Your heart maybe even skipping a beat.
It defies physics.
That rumble, that awe moment is what keeps bringing people back.
It's the awe-inspiration look that you see, you know, when people look up and they're like, how does that airplane do that thing?
And this weekend, you're going to want your earplugs.
You have control surfaces.
That blast hitting the air again as Arctic Thunder Open House starts up on Saturday.
It's very exciting. It has been almost an entire year of hard work, and we're excited to share everything we do with the local community.
J-Bear preparing right now to welcome thousands of people on base this weekend.
Be patient. There's going to be some long lines out there.
Giving civilians a taste of what they do and how interoperability comes into play through performances and demonstrations and static displays Saturday and Sunday starting at 10:30 a.m.
And frankly, we're excited to show off the expertise that our airmen and soldiers have right here at J-Bear.
Through the F-22 demonstration team, and as they welcome back the Golden Knights. And for the first time in around a decade, the Blue Angels.
I think it's going to be great. Hopefully the weather holds up for them so they can put on a full show. But really, I think it's special because they have a unique show, and to be able to provide that and show that off to the Anchorage community is really exciting.
As base pulls the curtains back, bringing us inside the gates. Georgina Fernandez, Alaska's news source.
So good. And the weather's going to be good. We just said so. If you're heading on to base this weekend, keep the following in mind, though. The Boniface and Richardson Gate is open to the public, but new this year, People Mover is also transporting folks from the Northway Mall onto base this weekend.
And take a look at our website right now to see a list of what you should leave at home before you're heading onto the base. Well, it's a luncheon where you can get a snapshot of a financial future of Anchorage. Today was the annual Anchorage Economic Development Corporation luncheon.
And one of the takeaways, the city is behind in recovery compared to the rest of the state. AEDC President John Bittner says concerns about downtown, the high cost of housing, and other issues are keeping people in revenue away. His solution? Invest in the community.
A lot of this is, quite frankly, choices. We have to choose to invest in the city of Anchorage in order to build a place where we keep the people we have and attract the people we want.
But he says it's not all bad. He says Anchorage is making up lost revenue through J-Bear funding and tourism. AEDC's goal now is to create a 5-year strategy to boost the city's economy.
Thanks for listening. Click subscribe so you can get the latest podcast from Alaska's news source automatically. And stay up to date with breaking news and in-depth reporting available for free 24/7 with the Alaska's New Source app.